Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, man. It's the hottest show on the internet. I know y'all done seen me doing my podcast tour. I've been appearing on podcasts, and here we are on my other podcast, Red Pill Tamales. We got the homie Juan Perez in the building.
What's up?
I have joined the energy drink train just for the moment.
Yep.
I'm hurting a little bit today. I'm pretty exhausted.
Yep.
But it's all good, man. Thank you guys for being here and tuning in. We got a hot show for y'all, man. We got to keep it something light because
This is the free episode. Sorry, guys.
This is the Normie episode, so we got to tread lightly. If you really want to do a deeper dive on everything we're talking about, you know, if we could really just let loose, make sure you join the Patreon and get those bonus episodes, the private episodes, and the live stream.
There's a difference between this one and the Patreon episode. We can play videos, we can play music, we do all kinds of shit. So we're gonna be saying a bunch of things going forward.
Yeah, because you know sometimes you try to make a cool show and put it on your Facebook or wherever, and then you get hit with like, hey man, that's not your song, you can't put that video on there. But hey, enough talking, bro. Let's get into this breaking news, man. Our president or your president?
Don't be
y'all's president.
That's a loaded. I felt attacked right there. He said your president. Hey man, what the?
He thought I called him a Biden supporter with a hard R.
No.
So y'all's boy Brandon has visited Maui. You know, he took 2 vacations. You know, it's hard being president, my brother. You got to cut him some slack.
Got a president going. I mean, you got your son in court and stuff, and you're not even there to help him, bro. You're out there getting a tan and shit.
That's Juan's biggest beef right now with Joe Biden is that his son is going through some legal issues and some difficult times. Many people say difficult times, and he's on vacation, catching a tan, chilling.
Well, my biggest thing is like, bro, he was using that whole like my sons, I'm a great dad and all this stuff, and all of a sudden, your son's on trial probably because of you, and allegedly. And, you know, you're not even there to help him. You're getting a tan full.
So which trial is he on? He's done with the baby mama case. Is this the pistol case or the taxes case or what?
Well, I thought they're shopping for a different
appeal right
now because apparently the judge didn't do what he wanted. So it's kind of like they're shopping for a lefty.
That sounds like privilege. Judge. That sounds like privilege to me. But
it does. But I mean.
What
you gonna do?
Well, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the unfortunate numbers that are coming out of how many kids are missing in Maui. That is very, very heartbreaking. Also, sorry y'all. I think the allergies, man. The wind blew in something. But check this out.
We're on a hurricane watch, by the way. We're doing this for you guys.
When is it? Hey, rain, sleet, or snow, carnal?
And a hurricane.
You know, it's gonna take inclement weather. You know what I'm saying? I just got off the road. Like, I ain't really slept right yet. And we're in the hurricane watch.
Yeah, hurricane watch.
We here. So check this out, man. Let me run through these topics. There's a lot of rumors going around that they're trying to push some COVID era mandates again. And like, I don't know, maybe lockdowns. They're bringing masking back. Lionsgate Studios. And then also there's like government contracts for consultants so they could figure out how to push COVID protocol. We'll do a deeper dive. Your boy Vivek Ramaswamy is running for president, and
he's making some great points and stuff. He's scary. He's a little scary. I'm gonna be honest.
He's very impressive
because I'm like he's way too good.
And he's probably in second place behind on the GOP side. He's probably second most popular.
No, he is.
After Trompitas. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, man.
And he's only 37. But he might be 38 already. I think his birthday was this month. Like Chingo's birthday this month.
It's my B-day. It's my B-day, man. And I'm headed to Covina Laugh Factory. Covina, 4 nights, 6 shows. It's going to be real litty in the city. SoCal. Pull up on your boy.
Tell your friends.
My first time doing that club. Brand new club, actually. Covina Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
So Joe Biden got flicked off and cussed out. They were like, F you. Get up out of here.
And rightly so.
Because he took too long.
Took too long, bro. Like
he's probably worried that this debacle. Because here's one thing I want to mention, man, before I forget, is how many woke diversity type of agenda was happening with different emergency response departments, like the people in charge of the sirens, like the people in charge of the water.
Sending the kids home early.
Just like everybody dropping the ball, but when they go back and dig in their Twitter accounts, it's like we're committed to diversity, and we don't want to have too many. If you're competent, but we got too many of your like if you're white, you know what I'm saying? Like, like if you're a white male, they're like, nah, man, we got to have diversity because we.
Or if you're Black Oprah, I mean, you're still good.
Black Oprah?
Yeah, Black Oprah.
Her ranch didn't catch on fire.
She was good.
But there's a lot of rumors, man, that these people in Hawaii that were in charge that are like really dropping the ball, and that they know the numbers of how many people really missing. They know how many bodies and little bodies, and just there's a list of names. There's people who are reporting their loved ones that they can't find, trying to figure out what's going on, and they don't want to release any of that info. Because they know all hell is going to break loose.
Because look, man, the response was terrible. What did Obama or any of these other guys? I mean, you could disagree with a lot of things about Obama. Like, he's got his own problems, but he was pretty swift on a lot of acting and like acting on certain things that happened. Same thing with Trump. Like, they're pretty swift on like, hey man, this disaster happened. Trump was in Puerto Rico like that same week.
He was throwing paper towels.
Yeah, fucking, what's up? Like,
showing off the jump shot.
And people were giving him shit about that, but he was there, dude. Like, Biden gets off on vacation, takes his sweet time,
and then they cuss him out.
But he was very swift to ask for money. I mean, we keep bringing that up, but
Ukraine
that's just
money.
what it is,
Ukraine
dog.
money?
Ukraine money.
Yeah. Ukraine first, America last.
And so, yeah, they have every right to be mad. And now it's like, dude, you can't find my kids. Where my kids at? Like, there's a bunch of stuff going down. You're asking to buy up people's properties and stuff. And then shrink wrapping all the aid that we're sending because it has to go through a certain company before it can go to the people.
Like the donations got to go through FEMA.
What are we talking about, man?
I'm sure they have, like, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Damn, this microphone. Okay. I'm sure they have some, like, fly excuse as to like, well, we can't just start handing out items willy-nilly. There's a protocol, and you're going to slow us down trying to sift through all this miscellaneous stuff that we may not need, and whatever. They're going to come up with some fly-ass bureaucratic, let me say that,
They're going to finagle
public sector bureaucratic government speak of just red tape, of just like, we're very inefficient, and we're just going to shrink wrap it right now. These are the same people that are like, safe and effective, 6 feet apart, like just 14 days, essential, not essential, and we're going to beat this thing to flatten the curve. And meanwhile, you got the nurses on TikTok dancing around. Flashbacks.
One of the things about that, too, is like, they can come up with any excuse that they want, but if you're really paying attention, guys, if they didn't have, let's just say they didn't have enough help, or they didn't have enough help to like go through all the stuff fast enough. Wouldn't you just hire more people to go do that work? You would find a way to get the aid that they needed if it was the right type of people. You know what I mean? So it's like he acted really slow. He finally got there, which doesn't do shit, and now they're not even really giving him too much aid. Like the aid's being restricted.
It was like $700.
Not even $700. Remember, you checked so we had done the last episode. If you watch it, it's like he was looking up the thing. They're shooting for $700 per household, but then when you read the number, it was like 1.9 million or something. It was way less than what it was supposed to be.
Like if you divide it, how much each household?
Yeah, it was way less because it was supposed to be like 50 million or something, and it came out to like 1.9 million. And it was like, bro, they didn't even get what they asked for when we're sending billions of dollars,
weapons, printing money, making our inflation worse. Your grandkids,
sense, bro.
The next generation, and your grandkids are gonna have to dig themselves out of that hole. But hey, we tried to warn y'all. It's all good. I don't got to be like, oh, I told you so. We don't all got to like the same flavor ice cream, but at the same time, y'all can't possibly think this man is energetic. But hey, that's neither here. That's neither here nor there. The real tragedy, man, is that
he's not even Sleepy Joe no more. He's Comatose Joe.
He's just always lost and wandering. I mean, he never knows where. He don't never know where to walk off stage, who his handler is, and they're like after every single speech, they gotta like Come on, bro. Like, y'all just ignore that. And y'all got to remember how the media treated Trompitas. They were just like, he needs to do a cognitive test. Remember when he's like, television, child, woman, car. You know, it was a series of words. Had to memorize it. They said I was one of the best to ever take the test. And he would always say, when's Joe going to take a test? And they're like, he doesn't have to take a test. It's your trap. Mm-hmm. You know, you're the one that wasn't fit to lead and all this. It's just a lot of hypocrisy and double standards.
And here's the thing: some of y'all, just in case you're thinking, like, well, yeah, Chingu, but what are you doing? Well, we're kind of using his platform to talk about it because we're not organizers about some of this stuff. So some of y'all that actually have, like, I don't know, some of y'all like a protest. Some of y'all could put something together. Y'all could do that, but he's actually talking about stuff. So it's like, I'm just kind of shooting.
I risked my career, put my career on the line. You know, because
he hired me to try to revitalize it.
Revitalize my career. I was posting all kinds of stuff. I wasn't even monetizing nothing, and I was just kind of just trying to be transparent. But I said, you know what? Let's get back to.
When I first came into the picture, Chingu would post something, and I'd be like, "Bro, what did you just do? I was fixing it," and all of a sudden it's like, "Hey man, you just got demonetized again, bro."
Really? I got demonetized?
No, not right now. I'm saying like last year, around this
I
this
posted
time last
something
year,
and it was
he
like,
posted
boom.
Yeah, and I was like, come on, man. Like,
well, think about it. Think about it, though, Juan. How many artists do you know that are so hands-on would hand over the keys like that and just be and break the habit of like, well, I'm just kind of still used to doing it, or like trusting that, like, wait, so you got it, dude? I'm telling you, I got it. Okay, because the last person said he had it, and you know what I mean, or like different people. Like I've hired different people. I've hired different people to like come together on some branding, or like try to, hey, we're gonna take this off your plate. We're gonna try to make sure it sounds like your voice. We're gonna post for you. We're gonna take quotes from your raps, and we're gonna like try to come up and good ideas. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But anyway, that's my side of the story, and I'm sticking to it. Which is like, it takes a little while to trust people all the way. Like, so I'm used to being the one that posts all the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, now we're gonna let you kind of drive the car a little bit.
There's just different things people can do, and right now I'm just saying, Chingu's been putting this stuff out there, trying to talk to you guys about some of this stuff. So some of y'all could actually start doing stuff and either speaking up or rallying or doing something.
Hey, look, he's talking.
Dude, if somebody with blue hair can rally people, why the fuck can't the rest of y'all? Shit.
He's basically talking to the people that, I'm assuming somebody might have said, like, well, Chingu, what are you doing for the community? You know, I'm assuming that's probably what you heard.
That's probably what it is.
That's probably what you heard. But some people watching this show right now, they're probably like, bro, why am I listening to the show and you yelling at me talking about go start a protest?
I'm just saying, talk to your neighbor. That's all.
Well, look. Before we move on,
about Red Pill.
For real. Before we move on from this topic,
Don't be mad at me.
Before we move on from this topic, one thing that stood out is that Joe Biden has a habit of trying to relate to people by lying and just being like not reading the room, being insensitive. I don't know if y'all heard, but when he was down in Maui, not only did he get cussed out, not only was he late, not only were like the media and the guests that got to ask him questions were like super handpicked, but on top of all that, like they're not gonna let nobody in there that's like, yo, where are the kids? How many kids missing, and what y'all doing to find them? They're not gonna let those people in. But not only is all that happening, but he also lied and was like, oh, I almost lost everything in the house fire myself, so I feel y'all. Come to find out, it was a small kitchen fire that took 20 minutes to put out. But, you know.
That sounds like my ex-wife. She almost burned down the house twice, bro.
Really?
Yeah, she had trouble cooking, and so like one time the flames was just, and dude, she almost made it worse, dude. She was gonna throw like water on. Like, no, it was like one of those like you had to slap it with the towel. I knew that much, bro.
So it's like a grease fire.
Like twice.
What was she cooking? Like hamburgers or something?
I don't remember. It was like.
Was it greasy?
Years ago. Yeah, it was greasy.
Okay.
Whatever it was. It was probably oil or something.
That sounded like a grease fire.
Yeah, it was a grease fire for sure.
Huh.
Yeah, almost twice, bro. The flames were like, ah.
Damn. Have y'all ever had that happen?
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Have y'all ever had, was the mecha too high? Like she had the mecha full blast?
She might have been trying to make Hamburger Helper.
Did she have a wok? She thought she was at Panda Express?
Did she have a what?
A wok.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh?
What'd you think I said?
I thought you said, did she have a wop?
Wop.
I was like, what?
Did she have a wop?
Did she not know how to cook? Did she have a wop?
Juan's like, hey man, have some respect.
I swear.
She ain't know how to cook.
I thought
she must have had a wop.
She must have had a wop. Dog.
Oh, she can't cook. And you let it slide. Two grease fires later. Oh yeah, that's a wop.
That's a wop. He got whopped.
She was whopping it out.
Juan got whopped one day.
Now whop it out. Whop it out. You was over there playing Whop-A-Mole.
No, she didn't have a wop. Okay, that's all we're gonna say. Moving on.
She had a drop.
Anyways,
a draft.
Biden's a liar. He had a house fire.
Biden a liar. Talking about he almost lost everything in the house fire. Lying ass. Anyway, so how y'all feel about these rumors about potential COVID protocols coming back, man? Like, are you gonna comply with everything? Are you excited to wear a mask again? Like, I heard TSA. Well, there's somebody who was banned from the internet that you can't really say their name. He supposedly, y'all know who I'm talking about, AJ are his initials. A couple whistleblowers from I think Border Patrol and TSA gave him some info and said, hey man, word on the streets, they're starting to bring back masks first for like some of these federal employees, and then little by little trying to push the numbers and the cases narrative, like, oh, it's a new variant. How y'all feel about it, man? Is it like Groundhog Day? Are y'all ready to relive that, or are you done? You done with masks and all that?
Yeah, man. Y'all gotta be careful. We all gotta be careful. But what I was not really ever compliant. I kind of was compliant whenever we had to go to hospitals and stuff. But
yeah, but when comedy clubs shut down, I mean, it's no longer about are you willing to wear a mask at a Target. It's not about that no more. At that point, it's like, hey, dude, your shows are canceled, bro.
So go protest before you had to put on the mask. All right. Well, what I'm saying is that like that's how they do it. Like, dude, it's always like the foothold in the door. Just like that's all we need. If we can get some people to start wearing it again, it's gonna catch on. It's gonna keep, and then they just keep taking more and more and more, and then all of a sudden, hey, we're locked down again. Hey, you have to be essential to go back to work. You know,
yeah.
It's gonna be
dude, if you just wear your mask, bro.
And I just find it strange.
I just find it funny
that we're only a year away from elections again.
That's a big factor.
That's weird.
That's a weird coincidence.
Huh. By the time, if you like troubleshoot it, I mean, it take long enough to like, hey, now you got to do this. Hey, now you got to do this. And all of a sudden, by the time it's November, it's like everybody's in home again. What are we gonna do?
Got to mail in your ballot.
Oh yeah.
Got to do drop boxes.
All of a sudden.
Allegedly mules.
Allegedly anybody without an ID can vote. Allegedly, maybe, possibly. Just on the Democrat side.
Hey, when they win, it's the safest, cleanest elections in history with zero shenanigans, no malarkey.
Yeah.
Nothing went wrong. Everything was perfect and beautiful.
Yep.
Like, don't recount nothing. Don't file for investigations or special counsels or nothing.
Look, I know how crazy this was messed up, bro.
This gonna sound crazy to y'all, or
like a year ago, I'd be talking like whenever Chingo started talking to me about this stuff, and it's, like I understood what he was saying, but then part of it's like, man, but I know what you're saying is true because I see it too. But then when we're actually saying it out loud, we sound a little crazy, a little bit, and then it's actually happening and stuff happens, and you're like, bro, I don't even know how to describe this without like literally sounding crazy, but like literally because it's so outlandish. That
not really.
They would do this stuff.
I think some of this stuff is not that outlandish. Like the idea that electron, and I gotta watch what I say, but like because this ain't the Patreon episode, but the idea that electronic machines being used for exercising your right. Could possibly be hacked or connected to the internet, or all these different types of complaints and evidence of like, even on the local level, look at Maricopa County, look at Harris County, like people really truly feeling like their vote was taken away, that things weren't, like somebody like Carrie Lake that has so much support and like she still lost. And that lady Katie Hobbs, she was in charge of approving the elections. I guess she was in charge of that, but yet and still they were running out of ballot paper and ink, and the machines are down and all long lines. Come Back Later, all these things that they also did in Harris County, same little playbook. So my point is, if you look at those things, it's not really a stretch that somebody out there is trying to find a way to exploit, because the stakes are so high. Like, this is the number one, this is a superpower. Like, America's, this republic and the Constitution and our freedoms and our rights and everything that we have going, of course they're under attack. Like, of course we got a lot of haters. You know what I'm saying? We got energy. We got a lot of energy. And, a lot of countries and entities.
Big cinnamon energy.
And we talked about this in the green room. My bad. In the green room last night, we were just having a little discussion after the show, and some of the homies that stopped by. And I was the point I made was, different people have a different worldview depending on what filter or lens they're using at the time. So if you put on the victimization lens of like everything systemically set up against you, then you're probably going to spot things at every corner that kind of fit that hypothesis, And if you feel that America's valuable and what we have going stands in the way of like people who want to have global control and that we're under attack, if you put on that filter, you're going to start seeing a whole lot of stuff. Like, yeah, they do got a lot of soy in the food. And do they want us weak and distracted and divided and staring at our screens?
It's a perfect plan.
Yeah, they want divorce rates to be high. They want abortion to be high. They want men to be weak. They want a confused military. They want division. They want a weak leader.
They want you not to talk about politics. That's why the whole saying used to be, you don't talk about religion, you don't talk about politics. And then all of a sudden we grew up with that, like, hey man, I don't want to talk about that, bro. I don't want to talk about that, bro. And then things just get out of hand, and now all of a sudden it's like, we got to talk about it now.
Well, the media made it, especially these last 6-7 years or whatever, some of the attacks and some of the mudslinging of just how like the media is either controlled opposition or straight propaganda, and the way they like label groups of people, certain supporters, certain people that vote a certain way, certain political people, they've put them in a light that really bad names, and they compare you to really bad people, and it really makes people want to just be quiet and just stay out the way and mind their business and be left alone, because the last thing you want, and it's happened to me, where you kind of get thrown into this box. And if the media, like if you only watch CNN and MSNBC, then anybody who votes a certain way is a this, is a that, is a that, is a this. So now, instead of listening to what Chingo Bling got to say, or ask Chingo Bling what he believes when it comes to any particular aspect of policy or of anything. Hey man, I disagree with you, Chingo, because you don't back the Ukraine. We should be sending more money to Ukraine. Explain yourself. Like, nobody ever says explain yourself. They just like boom, 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 insult.
Dude, you know that's the other weird thing about this too? Like, thinking about this whole thing, because we've literally like had to come together over the past year and kind of figure out, hey man, how do we even talk about how do I just be normal again? Can I be normal again? And it's like one of those things where it's like, it's kind of messed up to the point where like you said something where it was like yeah, I'm more right wing a little bit now, or whatever.
I mean, I don't even use those. I don't even like
right,
to label
not even
myself.
saying that, but
basically, I'll give you an example.
He's more common sense, I guess. He's more on a common sense.
I'll give you an example. Like, hey, let's stop kids from getting trafficked by having a secure border. Let's be able to control the border and secure the border so kids don't get trafficked. So that's an example. And then,
but my thing is like Chingo was talking about stuff, just like, hey man, I might rethink some of this stuff, and then he started talking about it, and all of a sudden you got attacked about it, and then now it's like, bro, you're not even part of the Rasta anymore, bro.
Yeah, you're a culture vulture, eh?
And it's just one of those things where it's like, it's so wild that you could put somebody in a box where it's like, what? So just because he thinks outside the box, or he thinks certain ways, like all of a sudden he's not funny no more, or all of a sudden his raps ain't fly no more,
you know what I'm
or
saying?
all of a sudden
I ain't
okay,
trill.
maybe I'm putting too much cream.
All of a sudden I ain't trill. I love the point you're making, my brother.
But my thing is,
I love the point you're making.
He can't have multifaceted parts about like him. Like, he can't be a good dad. He can't be a good husband. He can't.
Homie. I don't want to hear none of that, homie.
He can't be all these things because we gotta all just be in the straight line, or we all gotta think the same way, or it doesn't work. But you can't really think. You can't. You gotta fit inside their box.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Here's another point. How many artists that like if you're gonna go support somebody, do you go through every little? Do you have to do a whole background check on like I must agree on every single little thing Metallica believes before I go to a Metallica show? You know what I mean? I need to go through every Twitter page of every band member just to make sure I don't spend my money with no sellout traitor, whatever. And it's like, does everybody go through that much scrutiny, or only when you're triggered by a certain narrative that the media assigned you, which is like, this particular person is a threat to our democracy, and anybody who follows or supports or votes for this person, now they all of a sudden, you gotta like cut them out of your life. You know what I mean? Block them, delete them, unfollow them. They're not invited to the carne asada.
And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so you, like here's the thing, like, okay, if Chingo committed like this foul crime that he could be potentially accused of or whatever, I get you could be like, bro, I can't fuck with that guy. But you talking about a guy that had an opinion on something is fucking weird. That some of y'all be like, bro, it's because you like that one dude, and bro, and meanwhile, fucking, you're crazy, bro.
Meanwhile, there's people locked up for really, really bad stuff that still got a lot of support.
Oh yeah, I know.
And still got a lot of support.
They be worshiping that dude.
They willing to pass. They
worshiping that guy.
They'll make up a whole excuse. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Whatever. That ain't. That ain't what it is. It's he don't make me doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, we sipping tea over here with like Kermit the Frog shit.
And you know what? I really don't even care.
None of our business.
Like this whole little 5-minute rant we just did, I really don't even care because we're still doing well. We still got support. There's a lot of people out there. Like and people are coming around. People slowly coming around to be like, all right, man, I guess it don't seem so extreme, you know, or I disagreed at first, but now I kind of see, or I see, you know what I mean? It's like,
I'm gonna pull a Chingo right now. My point is, my point is, we just trying to encourage you guys to like not like don't just fucking be what's the word? Don't be
a follower.
Not don't even be, a follower.
Don't let nobody assign you an opinion.
Don't be so tolerant of like what everybody else tells you. Like you gotta fall in line or else it's whatever. It's like, dude, do what you can, but don't. I mean, you don't have to start anything like bad. Like you don't gotta start a fight or anything. But I mean, shit. What are you saying? Like stand up for what you believe? I guess that's. I'm trying to understand. Like I'm just trying to say, like I think we're in a predicament we're in right now where people like governments and other things are doing things that they want to do because we've just kind of been tolerant up until this point with not even just speaking up. Like if an opposition or anybody, if the ops just happen to have blue hair and gets loud all of a sudden, we shrink and we don't want to say something. Like you can't say like right now, you can't say like, hey man, I don't think it's a good idea that younger kids are trying to get on hormone replacements and possibly alter the course of their future because they're getting on something like I think they should change their mind. I think they have the right to decide if they're going to get on hormone blockers, but they don't have the right to decide if they're going to drink early or smoke early or something like that. You know what I mean? You got to be 21 to do that, but you can be younger than that and take hormone replacements.
So you're saying that it's weird that some people think that's cool?
Yeah, like that's becoming like a normal thing, and if you're against that, you're a terrible person, should be. You know, we should start locking those people up. That's
a hater.
That's what's becoming normalized now, and it's all coming normalized because a lot of other people that are like they stand for like, bro, like I'm a good person, but if you're not saying anything, you're part of the problem too. I'm just kind of talking at this point, but that's literally like. We're just here talking out loud, but like we can only keep coming on here before it's just like we just keep talking out loud, and then it's like, bro, they're just always complaining. It's like, no, well, we're kind of just telling you guys. I mean, you guys have a mouthpiece too. You guys could actually, like, it's a minority. Hey,
they're like, I don't want to get fired and labeled and be the black sheep of my family.
I have a burner account,
and you know what, too, bro. And then people come up to me at the shows like real low key, like, hey bro, I just want to say, man, thank you for speaking up for, you know what I'm saying, everything, you know, because we out here and, you know, we believe in this and that, and, you know, we appreciate you being a voice. You know, and then they walk off all whispery, and I'm just like, hey, to the lady that just called me names, it's another one that thinks like me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's just, guys, we're just saying, I don't even, like, here's the thing, don't let too much time go by, and then, like to the point where it's like, okay, now we can't say anything because if we say anything, we're going to jail.
Well, what Juan is saying is, what Juan is saying is like, just look into it.
Look into it.
Yeah, and me, I'm not trying to be pushy. I don't care, y'all. I'm just on here on social media letting y'all know that if you like this kind of stuff, we got extra spicy episodes, and that's the private episode.
Yeah, we could really say some stuff
for the patrons on the Patreon. Have you been keeping track of time?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
we're already pretty good.
Okay, patreon.com/Red Pill Tamales. We got different tiers. The cheapest tier is $1. That gives you access to the Discord room, and that's limited time because we're thinking about cutting some of these tiers, man. Because it's better to have quality than just try to always be trying to get quantity.
Appeal to the wrong people.
Yeah. Should we save some of the stuff for the next?
Yeah, we'll save for the stuff because we already got 30 minutes, guys. But guys, keep up with us. I mean, if you guys like what you hear, we get a little bit more spicy. We play around a lot, but at the same time, we are talking about some stuff. There's some other stuff over there, Vivek.
You want to go into that now or
no,
next?
Save it for the next.
Yeah, save that one for the next. Vivek Ramaswamy. What do y'all think about him? Also, Houston is on the list of cities that are considered, I think, C40. Like they signed a little pact that they're going to try to follow some World Economic Forum stuff and try to ban private cars and things of that nature by 2030. Oh, steaks. They want to ban steaks for, your climate footprint purposes. Mm. Well, how y'all feel about it? We're going to talk about it on the Patreon episode. But besides that, I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm headed to a city near you, Covina, all weekend at the Laugh Factory. 6 shows, 4 days. Tell your friends. Yeah, we got San Antonio coming up. San Diego coming up. What else? We just did Austin.
San Diego on the 1st of September. San Antonio is going to be in October, the beginning of October.
And do I have anything after that?
You have a few other things. You have Victoria, September 8th.
Victoria, Texas,
September 8th. On the 1st of September, you have San Diego. And then next weekend, right?
What? San Diego?
The 24th to 26th is going to be...
Covina, 24th through the 27th.
Those are going to be fire shows, guys. Those are new club, new everything, and Chingo's birthday weekend. It's going to close out his birthday weekend, guys. Y'all go out there, celebrate, take a shot.
Yeah. Turn up a little bit. Don't overdo it. And
we got exclusive merch that day too. Oh, bro.
Well, we had a long meeting after the other meeting, and and one thing I mentioned to my wife, I was like, yo, like I'm getting really, really proud of the merch that we're working on. Like, we adjust, we tweak, we get the feedback, we check the quality. You know what I mean? We come up with other ideas. We got designs in the works.
Big Cinnamon approved.
Yeah, and of course, at the end of the day, man, it's all about how you promote it, how you push it. But all in all, like I know, like when I'm a guest on a certain podcast, I'm so confident in some of our stuff that they're gonna like actually rock it. You know what I mean? If you see what we bring to the shows, it's kind of like, yo, this is pretty dope. Like a lot of artists don't got something that's fashionable, you know what I mean? Like the Dickies shirt, those did real well. The bomber jackets.
Some people just trying to make a buck, but Chingo does the quality. You know what I mean?
I want to make it fashionable so that you keep it, and it's not just like a stupid thing that it's like a souvenir from a thing I went to, and it's all ugly. So anyway, we appreciate the love, man. Red Pill Tamales. Tell a friend.
Patreon, guys, go to Patreon. This episode every Thursday, right?
Yeah, the private episodes every Thursday.
They're fired up. And on top of that, we play videos and stuff on there that we can't play on here. We put music and stuff. Whatever we have on there is like, we have pretty much no restrictions on that thing. Yep. So tune in, y'all.
For sure. Appreciate the love. Peace.